I'm going to do something a little bit different today. I'd like to explain it a little bit. Damn it! I just hope my connection um, is not bad. Okay, you know what? Let me try something before people come online. Okay, nah, it's fine. Let me just try to explain basically everything um, and how I'm going to be doing things today. Right? I'm going to be telling you if I feel like a prediction is, or rather, a pick is risky or safe. Right? My point of view and my subscribers' point of view. My subscribers normally decide whether a fight, a pick is risky or not in the community section, right? So it's going to be different for every single fight, and it will be signified by a percentage. So, for example, if I feel very confident in a specific pick, I'll be like it's 90% safe. If I feel like it's a heavy coin flip, I'll say it's 90% risky. So I don't know if maybe I'm losing anyone. Hopefully, I know that a lot of people watch my live videos after I'm done going live. So I'm trying to explain that to you in advance, basically. But as time progresses, I'll try to explain this a little bit more in detail so that even in future, a lot of you can understand what I'm doing. I'm trying to provide as much information as possible in order to make sure that I'm as helpful to everyone that listens to me. My goal is to make sure that what I give to you on this channel is extremely useful to you guys. Um, so let me actually start with the first fight of on the card, which is Shona Banon versus Alice Adelina or Adeline, something like that. My subscribers went with Shona Banon, and I went with um, Alice Adeline. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce her name properly. My subscribers feel like this fight is 69% risky, and I feel like it's. Hi, sorry about. Hi. Sorry about that. For whatever reason, YouTube just kicked me out of my own stream. I don't know why they did that. Um, yeah, hopefully everything is fine now. If ever my connection is bad, please tell me if my connection is bad. Anyway, Shona Banon versus Alice Adeline. My subscribers went with Shona Banon, and I went with Alice Adeline. My subscribers feel like this is 69% risky. I said it's 60% risky. Um, this is largely because both of them are not very experienced. They're not very experienced in combat in general. So, but however, in this particular situation, I don't feel like Shannon has a significant amount of experience that I would feel like she would have an advantage over Alice. Both of them basically have not fought like decent competition. Um, like basically, if you look at their record, it's not that great. However, Alice has the ability to finish on the feet. Like she has a couple of knockouts, she had a couple of submissions, whereas Shannon Banon just not does not necessarily finish fights. Um, it's quite risky, but I saw that Alice is also a favorite, so I picked her because I feel like she's going to be a little bit better, both on the feet and on the ground. She can submit Banon, she can probably knock her out. Obviously, a lot of her performances were against competition that's not high level or seasoned, but The same can be said for Shannon, So I can't necessarily say, well, this girl is a little bit better because she's had like one fight in the UFC or two or whatever the amount is, and her previous opponents were not that great either. So yeah, I'm leaning a little bit more towards what do you call her, Alice Adeline, but my subscribers went with Shannon Banon. However, like I said, I'm going to repeat this because this is something new to the channel and my live streams. My subscribers feel like it's 69% risky, and I feel like it's 60% risky. Meaning basically the fight could potentially go either way. But obviously the risk level based on what you care, what my subscribers say and what I say, um, it seems as if we both feel a little bit confident because if for example my subscribers felt like it was very risky, they would have said maybe 90% risky. So for me personally, I also feel a little bit confident. I know that it's risky. That's why I said 60% risky. But I feel like Alice has a shot at winning this particular fight. But the best thing to do would be to stay away from this one. On to the next one. McParkin versus Lucas Brzeski. My subscribers and I went with Lucas Brzeski. Ryan Jawad. Hi, man. How are you doing? Kwan. Hey, bro. I was always a fan of yours, man. You're an inspiration. Your inspiration story since way back when you was going through your K2. Quan Washington, like, why do you come on my stream just to troll me? That was a good one, though. Ryan, thank you, man. This dude just trying to troll me. Anyway, McParkin versus Lucas Brzeski. Um, Let me see. My subscribers feel like this fight is 71% safe. Wow, interesting. Meaning they feel like they feel pretty confidently that McParkin is going to win. I feel like 60% risky. Largely because the fight for me is a little bit evenly matched. I feel like obviously on the feed, McParkin will be a little bit more accurate and slightly better defensively. However, Lucas throws a little bit more volume. And then on the ground, I think it's a coin flip. Both of them will have their advantages and disadvantages. So that's why I felt like it was risky. But a large proportion of my subscribers have voted, and they feel like it's 71% safe. So yeah, I mean it's a couple of people versus one person. So this is me saying it's risky. 60% risky. It's the opinion of one person. This is like 50 something people or 60 something. I don't know where the votes are right now. Probably at 100 maybe. So let me try to respond before I move on. But I feel like my subscribers and I went with McParkin on this particular fight. We both basically feel like McParkin will win, but my subscribers feel very confidently about this because they say it's 71% safe. Yeah, I still feel like it's a little bit risky. Yeah, I think I explained why I feel like it's risky. Let me reply to some of your comments before I move on. Bilal Muhammad will beat Leon. I'll get to that fight. I have an easy way to make money. Okay, bet on UFC fights like $1,000 every fight. Okay. The YouTube algorithm sent me here. Thank you for your hard work. I have subbed and hit the bell. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. I made 10 grand. Okay. Jesus Hernandez. Jesus. I'm assuming it's Jesus and Hernandez. Welcome to the channel, man. I appreciate you subscribing. There's so much content on the channel. The community section, when we're done with this live video, go to the community section and especially the short section. You'll thank me later. Especially the short section. So welcome to the channel. I'll see you in the comment section. So yeah, my subscribers and I went with McParkin. On to the next one. I think I gave you the percentages. On to the next one. Sam Patterson versus Kiefer Crosby. My subscribers feel like it's 67% risky. I feel like it's 75% risky. Largely because I feel like this is also another coin flip. I feel like on the feed, Kiefer Crosby might have a little bit of an advantage. Um, and then on the ground, it's a coin flip. It could go either way. So for me personally, I feel like both of them have a path to victory. Um, so yeah, my subscribers and I went with Sam Patterson, but in all honesty, I wouldn't be surprised if it goes either way. So officially, my subscribers and I agree that this one is a little bit risky. So maybe stay away from this one, but it's up to you. On to the next one, Mohamed Makayev versus Manel Kaab. My subscribers and I went with Mohamed Makayev. My subscribers feel like this is 58% risky. I feel like this is 60% risky. Largely because I feel like Manil Kab will have an advantage to some extent on the feed. Um, and obviously Mohamed Makayev will have the advantage on the ground. Um, However, the reason I picked Mohamed Mokaev is because I feel like he has the ability to mix it up very well. On the feet, I don't feel like he's going to be completely lost. I think he's going to, in terms of striking, I feel like he's very defensively good. He might not have the most technical striking, he might not have like incredible power, but he has the ability to actually get out of danger basically and avoid getting hit with massive shots. So, so I feel like he's going to be able to be competently safe on the feet enough, especially if he survived Alex Perez. And I know people criticize his performance, but Alex Perez went on to get a knockout victory, in his preceding fight. So we can't necessarily criticize him too much for that particular performance because clearly Perez prepared significantly, you know. But that's basically why my subscribers and I felt like this fight is risky. Um, so you can I don't know try to predict this one, but I think it's risky. The best thing to do would be to just stay away from this one. On to the next one, Oban Elliott versus Preston Parsons. My subscribers and I went with Preston Parsons. My subscribers feel like this is 74% risky, and I feel like it's 90% risky. So yeah, this one is the one to stay away from definitely, especially when my subscribers also feel like 74% is significant, and I also feel like it's 90% risky. So the best thing to stay is to stay away from this one because um, it's a little bit tricky. I feel like Oban Elliott will have a significant advantage on the feet to some extent. The Preston Parsons will have some level of an advantage on the ground, but both of them are so evenly matched that the fight could go either way. So the best thing to do for yourself would be to just stay away from this particular fight, especially with a 75% risk level for my subscribers and a 90% risk level from me personally. So all in all, it's a very risky, probably the most riskiest fight on this particular card. So just stay away from this one. On to the next one, Modestas Bakauskas versus Marcin Prachnio. My subscribers went with Modestas Bakauskas and I went with Marcin Prachnio. My subscribers feel like this is 76% risky. I feel like it's 90% risky as well, this one. Um, this is largely because it's heavyweight, I think, or light heavyweight. Sorry, I didn't check the divisions, but nonetheless, I feel like Pratnio will be the dominant fighter on the feed. Why did I say it's 90%? Honestly speaking, Well, based on what I'm looking at here, I feel a little bit more confident about my pick, man. I feel like Prochnio will probably have a better shot. I wouldn't go as far as saying it's a risky. I wouldn't go as far as saying it's a safe pick. But uh, I feel like Marcin Prachnio should win this one. On the feet, I feel like he will outclass Modestas, Bakauskas, and on the ground, Ryan, help me make some money. Okay. Um, and on the ground, let me see. Yeah, man, it's gonna be. I feel like Marcin Prachnio should definitely win this fight. But yeah, I also feel like it's a risky fight, but not 90%. Maybe I'd say 51% risky, not 90. I'm cooked otherwise. Not that. What do you call it? Not 90%, because here I said 90%, and I don't agree with myself, especially based on the information that I collected here. But yeah, my subscribers went with Modestas Bakauskas. I went with Martin Prachnio. I feel a little bit confident about this one. Not a lot, still risky, but I feel a little bit more confident. On to the next one, Jake Hadley versus Colin Logren. I went with Jake Hadley. Surprisingly, I was shocked with myself when I picked this one. And what do you call it? My subscribers went with Colin Logren. My subscribers feel like this fight is 65% risky. I would say it's 55% risky. I think the only way for Colin Logren to win this fight is if he somehow manages to grapple. I feel like obviously that's his probably his bread and butter, or where he's probably going to take the fight. But I feel like Jake Hardley will find a way to actually keep the fight standing. I think he's also offensively good with his grappling, and usually people who are decent offensive grapplers also, you know, have the ability to avoid getting taken down and controlled on the ground. Normally, not always, but normally. I feel like Jake Hardley is the better fighter in this situation. I think he has a little bit more power. I think he's more skilled on the feet. And on the ground, I feel like he's a little bit more competent. Not more competent, but I feel like he won't be too lost on the ground. But you know what? It's in the UK, so you never know what happens. It could be a close decision, but I'm leaning more towards a knockout for Jake Hartley. But my subscribers went with Colin Logren. Um, but yeah, my subscribers feel like it's 65% risky. I feel like it's 55% risky. On to the next one, Molly McCann versus Bruna Brazil. My subscribers feel like this is 64% risky. I feel like this is 75% risky. So basically, the whole fight is extremely risky to actually bet on. Um, because it's a coin flip on the feet, I feel like Bruna Brazil will have the advantage in terms of accuracy. I feel like Molly McCann will have the advantage in terms of defense as well as striking volume, right? And in terms of grappling, I feel like Bruna Brazil will have some level. I think it's going to be a coin flip in terms of grappling. But I feel like Molly McCann will find a way to actually get this done. So yeah, uh, my subscribers and I went with Molly McCann. That's our official pick. On to the next one, Nathaniel Wood versus Daniel Pineda. Um, my subscribers and I went with Nathaniel Wood. That's probably my lock on this particular card. Um, my subscribers feel like it's 75% safe, and then I feel like it's 65% safe. So I think this is probably the best. fight to actually. This is my lock on this particular card. I think even though Daniel Pineda has like the power to actually end this fight very quickly, I feel pretty confidently about this particular pick. Um, so yeah, I think Nathaniel Wood is going to win. Not necessarily sure how, but um, I'll do that maybe when I do my upsets predictions. But I feel pretty confident about Nathaniel Wood winning this one. So yeah, on to the next one. Arnold Allen versus Giga Chikadze. My subscribers and I went with Arnold Allen. My subscribers feel like this fight is 52% risky. I feel like it's 55% risky. I feel like it's 55% safe. Arnold Allen is another fighter that I feel a little bit confident about him actually winning. Um, I mean, Giga Chikadze might have a shot, but I don't think so, man. He's old. He has never really been elite. If you look at the kind of fighters that Arnold Allen has lost to, it's actually pretty good fighters. You know, people like Max Holloway, Movsar Evloev. So, I mean, that's a like that's not like an embarrassing crop of fighters to lose to. You know, Movsar Evloev, you know, has beaten like really good fighters. So I don't feel too horribly about those particular losses. So I think he's going. Plus, Giga Chikadze is like 35 years old at featherweight, so that's not good. Um, so I feel pretty confident that Arnold Allen is going to win this one. That's why I said 55% safe. But my subscribers disagree. They feel like it's 52% risky. Um, On to the next one. But my subscribers and I basically picked Arnold Allen, just that we disagree about whether or not it's extremely safe or not. On to the next one. Christian Leroy Duncan versus Gregory Rodriguez. My subscribers went with Gregory Rodriguez. My subscribers feel like it's 75% risky. I feel like it's 51% safe. I feel like Gregory Rodriguez will have like a significant advantage almost everywhere. It might be close, but Gregory Rodriguez will probably almost definitely win this one. I think he hits a little bit more harder. I think he's going to have the grappling advantage, and on the feed, I feel like it'll be somewhat of a coin flip for me. I don't feel like Christian Leroy Duncan will have any sort of a dominant performance in whatever shape or form. So for me, I feel like on the feed it's going to be close, but the difference maker will be the grappling, which favors Gregory Rodriguez. So I feel pretty confident that Gregory Rodriguez is going to win this one. On to the next one, Bobby King Green versus Paddy Pimblett. My subscribers went with Paddy Pimblett. I went with Bobby Green. My subscribers feel like this fight is 71% risky. I feel like it's 90% risky. Um, Largely because, in all honesty, I feel like Bobby Green is the better fighter. He's faced better competition. Um, I think he is a little bit more skilled. The only concern I have about Bobby Green is the fact that he's a little bit older, right? But this is something that I normally say, and I know it's MMA math, but Paddy Pimblett couldn't finish an old Tony Ferguson, right? Bobby Green was able to finish Tony Ferguson, right? I know it's MMA math, you know, but ultimately those are some of the closest things we can use it to actually check who fights a little bit better. Paddy Pimblett is not Islam Makhachev, right? He's not going to just dominate Bobby Green. Bobby Green is good defensively. It's not easy to take him down, and he's very scrappy. He knows how to get up. Um, so I think the fight might play out on the feet, and on the feet, Bobby Green is going to piece up Paddy Pimblett. Might be close, and because of the closeness, the possibility of it being close, it might favor Paddy Pimblett because he normally gets the robbery decisions, especially now because it'll be in the UK. The probability of him getting a robbery decision will be significantly high. But I feel like this one is a coin flip. That's why my subscribers, feel like it's 71% risky, and I feel like it's 90% risky. So the best thing to do is just to stay away from this one. But I went with Bobby Green. My subscribers went with Paddy Pimblett. We'll see. On to the next one. Tom Aspinall versus Curtis Blades. My subscribers and I went with Tom Aspinall. My subscribers feel like this is 50% safe. I feel like it's 60% safe. Um, I feel like Tom Aspinall is the better fighter all around. Um, there are very few weaknesses that I've seen. I think he has been taken down. I think that's just about as much weaknesses as I've seen. Skill for skill, Tom Aspinall is the better fighter, and when we include IQ, fight IQ, um, it makes things even worse because Curtis Blades is not, the best guy in terms of fight IQ. He decided to strike with Derek Lewis. He decided to strike with Sergey Pavlovich. I mean, those were stupid moves. He has made pretty bad decisions in his career. So I feel like when it comes to fight IQ, when it comes to skill, when it comes to speed, it's Tom Aspinall. So I only say it's 60% and not higher because I can't underestimate the fact that Curtis Blades has wrestling. Curtis Blades has the ability to strike, and that could, I don't know, somehow play a factor. But I still feel pretty confident that Tom Aspinall is going to win this fight. My subscribers feel the same way. On to the next one, Leon Edwards versus Bilal Mohammed. My subscribers feel like it's 52% safe. I feel like it's 51% safe. Um, my subscribers and I picked Leon Edwards. This one is a little bit tricky because I feel like Leon Edwards's performance or rather preparation for Kamaru Usman twice should probably prepare him for whatever kind of wrestling that Bilal Muhammad will do. I actually have been saying throughout this whole week that I wouldn't even be shocked if Leon Edwards decides to offensively grapple. If he decides to take Bilal Muhammad down, because he did that against Kamaru Usman and almost submitted him in the first fight. Um, so all logic says Leon Edwards is going to win. However, I said this yesterday when I did like a full card, a full breakdown of the main event. Bilal Muhammad's conviction reminds me of Juliana Pena when she was about to fight Amanda Nunes for the first time. No one, absolutely no one believed that Juliana Pena had a shot at winning that particular fight, and she submitted Amanda Nunes. And I see the same delusion in Bilal. I feel like that level of delusion will make him aggressive from the first bell up until the last bell of that particular fight. Another issue is Leon Edwards slows down significantly towards the end of every single fight. The last two rounds are horrible for Leon Edwards. He got rocked by Nate Diaz. He got, what do you call him? Colby Covington got the top position. Um, but again, Colby Covington got the top position in that particular fight in the last round. He was losing the first Kamaru Usman fight until that kick. Even in the second round, he didn't look great in the what do you call it, in the fourth and fifth round. So historically, Leon Edwards does not perform really well in the fourth and final round. And in those rounds, I feel like Bilal Muhammad will have the energy, will still be aggressive, and will still be chasing a finish. Maybe Leon Edwards might do really well in the first few rounds. Maybe the first three rounds he might do really well, depending on how Bilal fights. If the grappling starts too early, Um, Leon Edwards will be tired a little bit earlier than usual. Bilal Muhammad's conviction makes me worry about this particular fight. All logic, every type of logic that I have, it tells me that Leon Edwards is going to win this one. But the confidence and the delusion that Bilal has gotten him through fights that he shouldn't have won. Right, the fight with Sean Brady, the fight with Vicente Luque, the fight with Gilbert Burns. Like he's been on a streak and 9 fight wins to be exact. On top of that, he's been training with Habib and Islam. So that makes me question whether or not an upset is not going to happen, because there are so many elements that say an upset might actually happen. Because also the last thing is, did you see Dustin Poirier's performance against Islam Makhachev? It looked like someone who knows that they won't get another title shot. Bilal Mohammed will have the same type of mindset. Um, and with Leon Edwards slowing down usually in the fourth and final round, I don't feel really confident. I feel like I'll be happier. I think the safest way for Leon Edwards to win is to finish the fight. If it goes to decision, I don't know if Leon Edwards is going to win that fight. Maybe via robbery, maybe, but in the fourth and fifth round, the person who will be aggressively chasing a finish, I think, will be Bilal Muhammad. But my official pick and my subscribers' official pick is Leon Edwards. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to be doing an interview with an EFC middleweight championship contender, a former EFC middleweight champion. So I'll be doing an interview tomorrow around this time. I'll also be doing upsets predictions Friday. Um, until then, I love and appreciate all of you. Deuces.